Borders, they are not just lines on a map. They tell stories, hold histories, and sometimes they surprise us with their absurdity. Imagine just for a moment the world without any borders. It seems quite simple, doesn't it? But in reality, borders represent much more than mere geographical divisions. They are testaments to our civilizational journey, symbols of sovereignty, and markers of cultural identity. Yet in some corners of our vast planet, borders defy all conventional understanding. They twist, turn, and tangle in ways that would make even the most seasoned geographer scratch their head in bewilderment. We're not talking about your everyday, run-of-the-mill borders here. Oh no, we're delving into the realm of the truly extraordinary, where borders are not just lines, but intricate puzzles waiting to be solved. So buckle up, as we embark on a journey through the 10 most unusual borders on Earth. Imagine living in a country within another country. Sounds confusing, right? Now let's dive into the complex border situation between India and Bangladesh. A puzzle that has intrigued many. Here's the deal. These two nations have enclaves and counter-enclaves, areas of land owned by one country but entirely surrounded by the other. In fact, there's even a piece of India within Bangladesh, within India, within Bangladesh. It's like a geopolitical matryoshka doll. For years, this unusual border situation led to numerous challenges for the people living in these enclaves. They were essentially stateless, unable to access services from either country. However, in 2015, India and Bangladesh agreed to swap the enclaves, resolving the decades-long issue and giving thousands of people a clear national identity. So there you have it, the Indo-Bangladeshi Enclaves, a prime example of how borders can be a labyrinth. Ever thought you could stare into yesterday from today? Well, you can at our next unusual border. Welcome to the Diomedes Islands, a pair of rocky outcrops in the icy Bering Strait. These islands, separated by less than 3 miles, play host to one of the most intriguing international borders on our planet, the International Dateline. Imagine this. Little Diomede belongs to the United States, and Big Diomede to Russia, a mere 2.5 miles apart, yet they're separated by a whopping 21 hours. You could literally watch yesterday unfold from the comfort of today. This time, warp is due to the International Dateline, an imaginary boundary running down the Pacific Ocean. It's here that each new day begins. So while it might be noon on Saturday in the US, it's already Sunday lunchtime in Russia. The Diomedes Islands, where time travel is just a glance away. Now let's visit a land that no country wants to claim. Imagine a stretch of desert land, a triangle wedged between Egypt and Sudan, known as the Bir Tawil Triangle. It's a peculiar patch of Earth, covering about 800 square miles, that neither country wants to claim. Yes, you heard that right. In a world where nations vie for every inch of land, here lies a spot that no one wants. Why, you ask? The answer lies in a colonial-era quirk. 2 different borders were drawn up by the British in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. One gave Bir Tawil to Egypt and the other to Sudan. But claiming Bir Tawil now would mean giving up a much larger piece of land, the Halaib Triangle, that both countries want. So Bir Tawil remains unclaimed, a no-man's land. The Bir Tawil Triangle, the loneliest border on Earth. From a land that no one wants, we now move to a border that no one can cross. Imagine a line drawn across the Korean peninsula, separating 2 worlds, North and South Korea. This is the Korean Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ. It's a buffer, a 2.5-mile wide strip of land, stretching from the East Sea to the Yellow Sea. The DMZ is a paradox, a place of peace, yet one of the most heavily fortified borders on Earth. It's a living relic of the Cold War, a stark reminder of a conflict that technically never ended. The stillness here is deceptive. Beneath the tranquil landscapes are military installations and landmines. Despite the danger, life persists. Unique ecosystems have flourished, making it a bizarre sanctuary for wildlife. The Korean DMZ is more than just a border, it's a symbol of division and resilience, a testament to human conflict and nature's tenacity. The Korean DMZ, a border frozen in time. Our next border takes us to the top of the world. Imagine being at the pinnacle of the Earth, where the air is thin and the landscape is nothing but a vast expanse of white. This is where we find the Mount Everest border. It's not your typical boundary marked by fences or signs, but rather it's a line that runs across the summit of Mount Everest, dividing 2 nations, China and Nepal. The lofty heights of Everest serve as a natural boundary, separating the northern Tibetan region of China from the southern region of Nepal. The summit, the highest point on Earth, is where this border reaches its peak. Standing at over 29,000 feet above sea level, it's the most elevated international border on Earth. This border is a testament to how nature can carve out boundaries that are far beyond human reach, making it a remarkable and awe-inspiring geographical phenomenon. The Mount Everest border, the highest international border on Earth. Let's now descend to a town where borders run through cafes, houses, and even bedrooms. Welcome to the enchanting complexity of Barl, a place where Belgium and the Netherlands weave a fascinating tapestry of sovereignty. Picture this, a town so entwined that it's like a patchwork quilt of two nations. This isn't your typical border, it's a jigsaw puzzle that has been laid out over centuries, creating a checkerboard of 26 separate pieces of land. Imagine ordering a coffee in the Netherlands, then walking a few steps to sip it in Belgium. Or, consider sleeping with your feet in one country and your head in another. This border has not just bisected land, but also homes and businesses. It's a curious testament to the friendly relations between the two nations. It's a place where the concept of borders becomes as intricate as a spider's web. Baarle-Nassau / Baarle-Hertog, where borders come knocking at your door. Ever thought of crossing an international border on a zipline? Well, you can in our next border. Picture this, nestled in the picturesque landscapes of Europe, there lies a unique border crossing between Spain and Portugal. It's not your typical checkpoint or a bridge, but a zipline. Yes, you heard it right, a zipline. This adrenaline-fueled method of crossing international borders is nothing short of a thrilling adventure. Imagine being suspended high above the ground, soaring over the Guadiana River that separates Spain from Portugal. You're not just crossing a border, you're zipping through it. The zipline, appropriately named Limite Zero, which translates to zero limit, indeed knows no limits when it comes to providing a heart-stopping experience. As you take off from the Spanish town of Sanlúcar de Guadiana, the breathtaking views of the river and the Portuguese town of Alcutim are nothing less than surreal. You're not only traversing an international border but also time zones. Yes, you're time traveling too. When you land in Portugal, you're effectively 1 hour behind Spain, thanks to the time zone difference. This zipline border is not just about thrill and adventure. It's a testament to the harmonious relationship between Spain and Portugal. They've taken their friendly ties to new heights, quite literally. It's a symbol of unity and camaraderie, reminding us that borders are not always about divisions and conflicts, and the best part, the ride lasts less than a minute. In less than 60 seconds, you're transported from one country to another, from one time zone to another. It's swift, it's exciting, and it's unlike any border crossing you've ever experienced. So next time you find yourself in Spain or Portugal, why not add a little thrill to your journey? Take the zipline, cross the border, and make a memory that will last a lifetime. The zipline border, where crossing borders is a thrilling adventure. From the high peaks of Everest to the tangled enclaves of India and Bangladesh, these unusual borders certainly challenge our understanding of geography. We've traversed the globe, exploring the most remarkable and unexpected frontiers. The enigmatic Bir Tawil Triangle, devoid of any claim, the Korean DMZ, a poignant symbol of division and conflict, the quirky complexity of the Baarle-Nassau / Baarle-Hertog border, and the thrilling zipline border that turns the mundane act of crossing into a heart-pounding adventure. Each of these borders, in their own way, reveals the fascinating intricacies of our planet. They invite us to question, to explore, and to marvel at the world's endless surprises. Now imagine what else is out there waiting for you to discover. What did you think of these unusual borders? Share your thoughts in the comments. And remember, the world is full of surprises. You just need to know where to look.